Hello everyone, it is I, your Flash, here in another episode of Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth. Last time we helped Date with her assignment, or her quote-unquote assignment, in helping discover what was happening in Akihabara. People were missing, and no one was doing anything about it. Turns out it was a aspiring manga artist who didn't take kindly to people trashing her manga and took advantage of a digital shift that an eater caused and used a Digimon she somehow acquired to kidnap people and lock them in there. See, we went there, defeated her, but then the eater came up out of nowhere and took her mental data. So now she has Eden syndrome and is unconscious. And then we were going to end it off there, but then one tiny small thing happened, and now we have another case in the office waiting for us. I also took the time to do a bit of team editing off screen, and yeah, they look nothing like they did before. Yeah, I didn't grind up all the way to the level we were at before, mainly because I don't have any access to that many good grinding areas. This is the strongest I got. So yeah, we're not really getting up to level 27 or anything like that, but I see these are pretty good. One thing I didn't want to do though was use up all these memory ups off screen. 45, 50, 55, 60. And now we can carry more Digimon with us, which means we can get you back, and we can also get you back, and we can also get Birdramon back. There we go. And one thing I want to do is put you here to the Vidramon. You I have plans for. Very big plans for. But right now we'll stick with this team. A data type, a vaccine, and a virus. And in case you didn't know, this is Gardramon. This is Hagurumon. I believe he got Yep, so we got some new skills for some of the Digimon as well that I didn't really change at all. We go ahead and change that now, actually. Look at their skills. I think they all have good skills. Escape dash. Yeah, okay. Yep. And so, with that out of the way, let's continue on with the story by healing up first. And then we shall continue on to Kyoko's office. She shall give us a case. There's a kid from your school in the K Cafe. Do you know each other? I thought she had a case for us. Oh my goodness. There is a case, Nakano Underground, and also a lot of other cases that I'll probably do off screen. But right now, do we go to the K Cafe or Nakano Underground? We can get a farm development kit. I need that. Let's go. I'll explain all the details. The client this time is a local government that takes care of the utilities for Nakano. Basically, it's a bureaucratic agency. Jesus Christ, that's a pretty big fucking client. Why are you so shocked? What do you mean? The government is asking us for help. Of course, we specialize in the supernatural and complex cybercrime, so we usually have a very specific clientele. But we cooperated very well with Detective Madayoshi's police force, so they consider us to be a pretty good detective agency. So we've received a case from a public agency, quite a rare event. This case was originally discussed by Detective Madayoshi with the government agency. It's a bit special, so Detective Madayoshi passes down to the government agency like a sort of ace up his sleeve, and now it's our case. Got it? I mean, okay. Surprised they just went with it. Good. The case is to unlock a gate in Nakano Underpass. It seems the gate is locked due to some electronic glitch and can't be opened. Okay, what, you don't know about Nakano Underpass? True. I know about it, but, you know, it's a facility that houses the equipment used to provide Nakano's public utilities, such as power, cables, water pipes, and so on. I believe that's where the, like, tube line, the tube computer originates, like where an actual computer is. I think. I don't think it's just in the wall of the K Cafe. They are moving forward with a plan to improve the look of the city center above ground by housing the public utilities underground. Okay. Looks like the visible power cables and telephone poles are set to disappear in the not too distant future. Underneath Nakano there is a vast complex of tunnels, so there are of course many entrances. One of these entrances is the place where the gate we need to unlock is. It's a password protected electronic lock, but it seems some time ago it locked for no reason and no one's been able to open it since. They contacted the manufacturer, but they gave up. It seems if needs be, they will destroy the gate, but obviously that will incur some serious costs. Yeah, probably yeah. While the costs are discussed, a weird groaning sound was heard coming from the other side of the gate. It seems something strange is going on. I see, so that's where we come in then. The manufacturer had a bad feeling about it and didn't want to open the gate, but the government suspected criminal activity and called Akiyoshi. I see. So then the buck passed to the Kuremi Detective Agency. Yep. Well, after all, we had the best people for the job if you want to access a place that's off-bound to most. I feel like you weren't getting these cases before I got involved here. I'm literally the only person who can do these things. This is actually a good opportunity. I've been wanting to investigate the rumors surrounding Nakano's underground system for a while. What rumors? The gate in question has an electronic lock, so naturally there's a cyberspace inside of it. That's not how that works. Just because it's electronic doesn't mean cyberspace. Those are two separate things. That's not how that works. But sure, I guess. You're the only one who can break into the gate without destroying it. Well, actually, hold on a second. Electronic lock. Okay, if it's an electronic lock, I guess it might have a cyberspace. Okay, we'll roll with it. We've already received permission from the government to access the underpass. Alright then, shall we go and find out what the real situation of this underground gate is? Where is that groaning voice coming from? What kind of strange world lies beyond the gate? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Huh? It's an underground gateway, so there will just be an underground tunnel behind it, right? Have you ever heard of the stochastic process in quantum mechanics? No. What in God's good name? Where are you pulling this shit from? Where are you pulling it? This isn't in you're pulling it from your ass. Like who in the fuck? I guess it should tell you about Schrodinger's. I know about Schrodinger's cat. Till we open the gate, we cannot know if we will find an underground tunnel or a void of space. Wasn't the whole point of that entire experiment to prove how stupid that thought process was? Because if you like, okay, so for the few people who don't know what Schrodinger's cat was about, Schrodinger proposed a theory. I don't know if he actually did it, but he proposed a theory where he puts a cat in a box. He puts poison, like a poison gas to go off at a specific time in the box, and he put the antidote also in the box, also set to go off at a specific time. Then he waited, they both went off, and then the whole thing was we cannot know if the cat is alive or dead until we opened the box. And the whole point of the thing was that it was stupid because the cat's dead. The cat's just fucking dead. Obviously the cat's dead. It inhaled poison and died. Like, just there being an antidote doesn't fucking matter. It's dead. You mix an antidote and poison in at the same time. You breathe both in at the same time, you're probably just straight up going to die. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure the whole point of the experiment was to prove that that thought process is stupid. Until you open the gate, the world is in the flux of overlapping possibilities, so just try to enjoy it. Okay, let's go. The case is a simple matter of unlocking the gate, but what's behind the gate? Your job is to find that out. I guess. Let's go. Alright, where's Nakano Underground? How do I think actually you have to go outside to get there. Give me a second. Actually, madam, you have goods I wish to purchase. You want these. These. One of these. 5 of these. And think you don't have anything else I really wanna. No, not really. Alright. Everything I wanna sell well is no. Goodbye, madame. Let us go to the Nakano Underpass. Thought so. Yep. This way, and I believe the gate is this. Did you arrive at the underpass? The gate we need to unlock is inside. The control panel should be beside you. Do you see it? Connect, jump into it, and unlock the gate. Yes, madame. Into the control panel. What? What happened? What? Connect jump isn't working? That's strange. You know, I suspected this. It's an electronic lock, so there should be some kind of network inside it. It depends. How does the electronic lock work? Is it like you use like some sort of app to open it, or do you have like an electric key? If that's the case, there's no network inside of it. There doesn't need to be. Perhaps it's just that you didn't activate Connect Jump properly? Right, I think it's time to verify your ability to perform a Connect Jump. What do you mean? Raise your hand. Now concentrate. Do you even... Okay. Now what? That's it? Yeah. You don't know how to Connect Jump, ma'am. I'm literally the only person on the planet. Okay. 30 minutes. I'm not sitting here for 30 minutes. I didn't sit there for 1 hour. You're lying to me. I didn't just sit there at my arm raised for 1 hour. Several hours. Yeah, no, that's a lie. Yeah, okay. What were you doing just now? Whatever you're doing, it seems like it's not working. What? Oh, I'm going inside. Huh. Oh no, it looks like I can't verify it. Well, it seems that you can only Connect Jump if you feel disappointed. If I were to posit a theory as to how your Connect Jump works, the ability locates a digital wave, piggybacks on it to the target location's digital space, and then enters it. It can be a network, a PC server. It doesn't matter what the target location is. If it has digital space, then you should be able to access it. However, there seems to be certain limitations when interfering with the digital wave. In other words, when you can, you can, and when you can't, you can't. That's fair. What we've determined is that you connected before by chance, even if there are specific reasons why you were able to each time. It was simply cause and effect are connected to the digital waves. I understood none of what you said. Wait a second, how could you Connect Jump this time then? I don't have any proof to support my answer, but perhaps there were others like you who tried and failed to open the lock and were disappointed. Yes, disappointment is definitely the key. I've rambled on long enough. Please get this lock open as quickly as you can. Right, you just spouted a lot of nothing, ma'am. Absolutely fucking nothing. Still, this area just had a couple of Koromon. No fights worth keeping in. So let's just continue. Jesus Christ, excuse me. Please tell me, please tell me, please tell. Okay. Thank God. I would have been very upset if I couldn't use copy paste. So yeah, this is annoying because it's the one specific reason why copy paste is so annoying. Go over here. Yep, I know copy paste. You copy this, and congratulations. Now you have to walk all the way back over to the other one that you saw. Remember that one? You'd walk all the way back here and paste it. It gets annoying very fast. And the animation's so goddamn slow. The door should be unlocked now. Let's head back and check. Please take... Okay. Well, luckily I don't need to head back to the thing, so I'm just gonna use an export. I'm not walking all the way back. I refuse. Take me out of this place, please. I'm begging you. Go to the Nakano Underpass. Oh. Well then. That's not good. Yo, it seems you've managed to unlock the gate, so thanks for that. It must have been easy for you given your skill. Yeah, it's digital. All of it's digital. There's a bit of a labyrinth in the underground tunnel. What do you mean by a bit? Is there any sign of a Digimon or an Eater in there? Not as far as I can tell. I see. It is strange to see just a small section of a labyrinth. Huh. I know I said we couldn't know what we would find, but I wasn't expecting that. I believe we have witnessed a special digital wave occurrence. It's as if it's some kind of current. I see. This is definitely a ley line. Right. Okay, John Impact. Have you ever heard of ley lines before? There are many in Tokyo. They're also called dragon chains. Okay. I've watched enough lore videos. No, I think you mean dragon veins. I think. Again, it could be wrong. I'm only watching a lot. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be dragon veins. Dragon signifies the undulating landscape, the hills and mountains. The dragon chain is what we call the flow of the land spirit. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be veins. It's well known that Sosei Tenkai, advisor of Ieyasu Tokugawa, turned Edo into a great feng shui city. It is said that he built a waterway and path to lead the chief from Mount Fuji in Tokyo Bay to Edo Castle. Of particular note in this instance are Kan-Eiji and Asakusa Shrine to the Eni and Zojoji and Hiei Shrine to the SW, all big religious institutions. I butchered some of those, I am sorry. In Feng Shui, those directions are thought to draw negative energy their way. The shrines hold big festivals to purge and expel that energy. And if you look at the lines that connect Buddhist temples Kan-Eiji and Zojoji and Shinto shrines Asakusa and Hiei, you will find they cross right inside Old Edo Castle, home to today's Tokyo Imperial Palace. It's really quite fascinating to see. Nowadays, the waterways have been swapped out for rail lines and radio towers dot the NE and SW. Northeast and Southwest, is that what it's supposed to be? You could say we finished what Tenkai started. Viewed from the eyes of current society, those rail lines and radio towers are artificial ley lines that supplement the old roads and waterways. Naturally, where you're standing underground constitutes another ley line running through Tokyo too. Not just any ley line either. The one that's believed to emanate from Mount Fuji is supposed to run right through there. The man-made tunnel laid on top of it allows the digital waves to keep flowing in perpetuity. It's really a peculiar thing going on down there. So, the digital waves are flowing through the ley lines now. Or like, is someone trying to make them float through the ley lines? Because we know they don't have to. Unless that small alleyway and that train station is like part of the ley lines. If they are, then someone's taking advantage of it. But if they aren't, then someone's making them flow through the ley lines through this tunnel. That's what's producing this quasi-labyrinth you're seeing before you. Knowing that those weird voices that people are supposedly hearing probably belong to Digimon that are... Oh, Jesus Christ. Knowing that those weird voices that people are supposedly hearing probably belong to Digimon that are appearing as a result. I cannot read. I could go on for a while yet about this subject, but you at least somewhat get what I'm saying, right? Somewhat, yeah. Alright, I'll take that to mean you understood it well enough then. At this point, your work is essentially done, but you can't exactly just ignore this newfound discovery of yours either. Why don't you go a little further in and check things out for me? Guess we're going in after these messages. Messages are done. Now then, let us continue on and see what we can find. Let's go down here. Right is always right. That's how directions work. That's a gate. Back. Let's go left. But yeah. So yeah, it's either... I don't know if those two places, the back alley and the train station, are part of the ley lines. If they are, then then this is just a coincidence. If they aren't, then someone is forcing these digital waves to go through the ley lines. I'm guessing these digital waves were interfering with the lock, and it's the reason why they couldn't open the gate. But if that's the case, what's the groaning? Because there's no Digimon here. The tunnel just keeps on going, you say? If it stays on course like that, you're going to end up in Roppongi, which would mean... You know, this reminds you of something else I've heard about before. As I mentioned before, Tokyo's ley lines extend from Mount Fuji, which is of course not all that. Okay, I need to learn to read. Which is of course not all that a coincidence, given that it's a sacred place, right? And that energy takes old highways like the Koshu Kaido and the Tokaido to get to Tokyo from Mount Fuji, right? That energy joins up with underground waterways going along the highways. The energy joins up with underground waterways going along the highways that carry Mount Fuji's snowmelt to Tokyo, flowing into the sea together. One theory holds that the first place where the water appears above ground after reaching Tokyo happens to be nowhere else but Nakano. Right. Put simply, all the ley lines that flow throughout Tokyo could well be coming out of our own stomping grounds. Oh, so they're using like us as like a stopgap or a resting point, kind of. Wouldn't that be amazing to think about if it turned out to be true? Do I just keep going? Oh, I did keep going. There's nothing here. Stop right there. Don't go any further. What happened? You're standing at the border of the municipality. Go any further and you'll be in central government territory. That's a hive. We'd best not poke. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Color me intrigued, though. That's a hell of a thing to stumble into just walking around inside a tunnel. We aren't prepared just yet to pick that sort of fight. There's still too much we don't know. This little tangent of ours has gone on long enough, I think. Head back the way you came and regroup at the office. Right, yeah, I'll do that, ma'am. Hello. Though it's not as strong as we're used to, that tunnel is causing a digital shift. We should probably keep it locked up before after all. Locked up like before after all. I have no idea how I'm going to explain all of this to a client. No matter how you spin it, it'll probably all be a lot to take in. I wouldn't be surprised if we come away looking even sketchier than we already do. Let's just let Detective Akiyoshi deal with it. Some jobs are just best left to others. True enough, I don't think we can explain this in a way that would satisfy them. You're curious what exactly was actually beyond where you stopped? That makes two of us, believe me. Actually, while you were on your way back, I decided to look into it a little bit. Apparently what you found was a Kamishiro research lab of all things. So we're definitely going back there. So yeah. Oh, don't be dense. I told you that area is under the jurisdiction of the central government. That's not the sort of place we wander into for fun. If nothing else, it indicates that Kamishiro and the government have a tighter relationship than what we previously suspected. That's not good. That explains why the case was suddenly dropped. Because the government is actually siding with Kamishiro. But why though? Going after Kamishiro could well mean that we'd also be ruffling the government's feathers. I see, that's why we can't be hasty right now. We'll do what we can to prepare and cross that bridge when we come to it. Right. This is just a guess on my end, but imagine it was Kamishiro that changed the pattern on the door and rendered it impossible to get open. Okay, they probably weren't counting on us being able to actually break in and snoop around. I thought it was a digital wave. So they are causing the digital shifts. But yeah, I was right. They are causing digital shifts, and they're probably using the eaters to do it. Question is, why? These are either eaters that just managed to escape, or they're doing this on purpose. Well, if they're doing this on purpose, then those two places have to be connected alongside the ley lines if they are using them to gather. Because if judging by it's a research facility and it was at the end of that tunnel, that's probably where they're gathering all of the digital waves into that one spot. Question is though, why? And why, if they were doing it on purpose, would they use those two spots when I'm pretty sure they don't connect to that area, at least by a tunnel like that one is. I don't know, we'll have to see. Knowing that, it could well serve as our ace in the hole later when the time comes to confront them, hopefully unawares. But again, let's not worry about hashing out the details that we have to, and just be grateful we have that ace up our sleeve if need be. Fair enough. On that note, I realize this case is technically closed, but what do you say about heading over to Roppongi for me one more time? I don't mean on official business, rather I'm keen on doing a little independent intelligence gathering for our own internal use. Surely you're interested in knowing why Kamishiro has moved to research lab under the Metropolitan Office, have you too, right? So how about you just walk on through the front door there and see what you can find. Sound good? Yeah, I guess go and get it from above rather than below, huh? Let's go. Heading out to Roppongi. Yeah, just like they're gathering it in that spot. We want to see what's above it. Boom. Oh, I remember this place. Oh, are you here for a tour of the lobby? Please, come on inside. You must be confused. Let me explain. The construction on this Metropolitan Office isn't entirely complete as of yet. That's sketchy as fuck. So, they built it under this thing and it's not done being built. Huh. Well, it was at one point. That is until a major firm came in and decided the upper floors merited additional construction. That's even more sketchy. That makes it worse, actually. So there is definitely something going on here. As such, while that's going on, the lobby here remains free and open to the public to visit. Okay. Did you make it inside the Metropolitan Office? Alright, I get you. So they're alright with you hanging around the lobby. Well, that makes our work a little easier. Then, go on in. All you need at this point is a terminal somewhere so you can infiltrate their systems. Piece of cake at this stage, I'd say. So once you find a terminal, just slip on in and work your magic like always. Wish I was there to see it myself. Seems like quite the sight. It reminds me of the Tower of Babel, in a way. How the fuck does it remind you of the Tower? Because I'm starting to ramble again, though. Don't worry about me. Feel free to get back to work now. Where do you pull these references from? Like, they have to be just straight up out your ass. Like, seriously, you just pulling out random. This reminds me of David and Goliath. Like, what do you mean? This has nothing to do with this. You're just saying shit now. Alrighty then. Now I need to find a terminal. There's one over there at what appears to be an ATM of some sort. There's a small digital shift happening here. What? Is there something wrong? Oh, you found a terminal that's digital shifting a little? Huh. If this shift is weak while still prominent enough for you to notice it, it could be a sign that this place will turn into a labyrinth later on. That is the final tier of sketch. They were 100% planning on using this place for something. I don't know what, but definitely that's why they're adding more floors. They need it to be higher. Because it's at the center of the ley lines. Okay. You know, for now, try connect jumping into it. We have no idea what could be inside there, so stay on your feet, alright? Yeah, I'm slowly getting it. Is no one seeing me just get sucked into the TV? No, okay. Well, this place is certainly different. I want the chest up there, so I'm going up there. But yeah, no. So they're building more floors on this place. Yay! They're building more floors in this place. Because I'm guessing they need it to be higher. As for why they need to be higher, I wouldn't know. But the real question is though, why is it already digital shifting? Like, I feel like, so I'm guessing they already planted an eater, if not multiple eaters here, somewhere, that we might actually be going to run into it soon, I think. Think being the keyword here. It's been already digital shifting a little. Because the only thing I really remember this place being, the last time I played this game, was like a good place to grind. That's about it though. So, I wouldn't really know what they're doing here yet anyways, until I get a bit further into the game. So yeah, until that happens, Gus is as good as mine. But yeah, they're definitely planning something here. You don't know what. Oh hey, look, there's an eater. Exactly what I said was gonna happen, what I thought was gonna happen anyways. I'm gonna run from that. I'm gonna run. Bye. Oh, we're all full health. I was gonna go heal, but I don't need to. Let's head. I'm gonna save actually. And now we're gonna go beat this thing's ass. Oh, look, how's it going? Data is converging. Shouldn't be letting that happen. Okay, who hits the hardest of all of us? I'm guessing the Ginryu. You don't have a lot of SP though. Damn. I'm gonna do Digimon actually. Critical charge. Let's just base boost him to high health. Guard charge. I guess I'm giving you on to keep him alive. And then attack charge. Fuck, who has acceleration charge? Actually, don't know. Let's see how hard you hit. Middle armor blade. Hit pretty fucking hard. Okay, yeah, no. This thing's probably gonna die this turn. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, definitely not. A road terminal. Who you hitting? Okay, Digimon took it. Digimon took it. It's dead now. Alright then. Hit a lot harder than I thought he would. Tyrannomon has a acceleration charge. Acceleration boost, rather. Yep. More levels. Okay. I think that'll be the end of the. So you found an eater inside there after all. But you couldn't find any other evidence of note. I see you're not seeing the forest for the trees here, Ami. The fact that there was an eater inside the terminal at all is big evidence in and of itself. And she's not wrong. 100%. Someone planted this here. Regardless, let's call it a day here. Get on back to the office now. And betting goes Kamishiro. There was probably hard work going on over the place today, but thanks to you, I think I'm starting to piece it all together now. While you were out and about, I decided to measure the digital waves coming out of that building, and I found that the Metropolitan Office itself is one big digital wave force field. Huh? From what I can tell, energy is flowing straight through the ley line. That's what I thought. So that underground lab Kamishiro has built beneath the building is probably controlling the energy flow. Okay, you remember what I said about ley lines when you were inside that tunnel, don't you? Vaguely, yeah. There are two things at play here: the natural energy flow from the Earth along the ley lines, and digital waves emanating from a sea of so they're using both. If you can make a massive structure like Tokyo Metropolitan Government Office a hub for those things, then you can manipulate their flow. Why do they need to do it that way? Well, for one, digital waves might be invisible to the naked eye, but they have mass and therefore require a vessel. And the bigger the vessel is that contains those waves, the more energy you can build up. That's why they're building more of it. It explains why there's new construction, as more space would mean that much more energy Kamishiro could stockpile. That extra energy would then go to impact the office beyond the facility, hence the digital shift you ran into in the lobby. Right. With any good digital shift comes an eater, of course. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if that place goes labyrinthine eventually. Probably, yeah. But we don't have to be concerned about that anymore now that you've cleaned the joint up. On the other hand, it's worrying in its own way that things resolve so cleanly this time. The fact that digital waves can be concentrated in such small quantities as to attract individual eaters produce a micro labyrinth is scary. If you hadn't been there, it might well not have been caught until much later. The whole thing doesn't sit well with me at all. This case has taught us that there's technology that can mostly suppress large amounts of digital waves as they're built up and placed wherever. The deliberate and calculated nature of it all indicates that somebody's got big plans in the works, suffice to say. This of course calls for more investigating. We need to figure out how long this has all been going on and just what exactly it's for. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we move forward. Ami, we're onto something here, I know it. True enough, you're not wrong. Anyways, I can turn in that quest and finally get me a farm development kit. Your drive is really admirable. Keep it up. One way or another, we'll definitely deal with Kamishiro when the time is right. But there's something I want to show y'all first before we go to the K Cafe where our friend is supposed to be. So, I do keep cutting out what I'm getting to the farm. There's some Digimon there that I really don't want y'all to see. Actually, let me cut this part out while I go ahead and assign them something to do. Alrighty then, so while they're investigating to get new cases, we can finally add an island. Huzzah! Got me an island, and I'll show y'all what this can do. So if you ever don't have space for any Digimon, you just want to leave them here in the Digibank. No, you want to put them in the farm island. If you put them in the farm island. Go here and command them to expand the farm. I have so many expansion kits, I'm gonna use them. There we go. And while on the farm island, you can have them train, which I'm just gonna have them do this. I need your chem up. You can give them goods, which I'm gonna give them this and this. You can expand the farm, you can train, develop, or investigate. It's a good way to keep them busy, so they're not just sitting in the bank doing nothing. I wanted that for a while now, but I couldn't find it. That's nice. I think now we're gonna go up to the K Cafe and figure out what our friend wants. The 4th floor. Boom. How's it going, buddy? Let me see. Yeah, well, Ami, what are you doing here? I work here. Well, downstairs. Oh, I see. You're the Cyber Sleuth. That office is around here, I'm pretty sure. Cyber Sleuth? What? What do you... So, Cyber Sleuth would take on any case at all then. Not any case, but yeah. I see. In that case, could I send a request to your office? Okay, it's settled. I'm gonna send in a request to your office and watch you work. Right, buddy. Let's head back down to the... Actually, I might end this episode soon, so I'm gonna show y'all something else before we head down there. And that's this tournament. This tournament. The Offline Coliseum. I'm not asking you out. There's something I want to ask. Right. So, this Offline Coliseum, this is a good place to just go and fight. You go in there and you start off fairly easy, as in, you're fighting children with baby Digimon. You train so hard, there's no way we're gonna lose. Yeah, I'm sorry, kid. I'm honestly sorry, kid. I'm here to get to the later levels, as in with champions, not ultimates wouldn't destroy me. But yeah, you're pretty much just facing toddlers until you get into where your level is. Do we get levels from this? Except so, this is a good place to grind. We do. And then, yep. My Digimon are just the cutest. I'm just gonna keep beating them, bashing their heads in. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a good place to grind. If you ever need to grind a bit. I didn't use it on my last playthrough until I already had mega levels, and by that point, oh, you can take a hit. By that point, you know, I was just kind of steamrolling through most of it. Ooh, the Poyamon's kind of a beast. Hold on a second, you can take a fucking punch. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do this. It wasn't my fault, this is them. They're doing this. You survive? What is that thing made of? Well, thank you, Ryumon. 17, 17, 14, 27. I think Goldramon, Gardramon Gold can Digivolve now. Alright, then my job is a series of failures. At least I'm secure at this. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry, but I gotta kill you. Or your Digimon, rather. The fact that the Digimon are surviving is insane. He didn't survive. Glare Eye. I'm gonna bomb tooth this thing. Yeah, it just goes up in flames. So yeah, this is just a good place to grind. I'm pretty sure there's a few each one had like 4 different levels. Probably not gonna do it all the way to get to champion, and the video I'll probably do it off screen. Yeah, you can just sit here and grind, get some levels. Of course, you can't go past what you can reasonably do. Otherwise, you'll lose, and I don't know what happens when you lose. I've never lost at this. I won't hold back just because you're a kid. Okay, office lady. Fuck you then. Okay, hit pretty hard, pretty hard. Heaven's Thunder 2. Oh, you survived. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go for this Pabumon then. Huh? You can't be missing Giryumon. Come on. Oh, let's see if I can actually hit this Pabumon now. Oh my goodness, these things are tanking hits. And Darugamon's gonna die. But Darugamon's gonna take care of the Wanyumon now. I might name my Digimon, I'm not sure yet though. I might name them though. But there are so many Digimon I just don't know the name of. I was definitely more of a fan of Pokemon growing up rather than Digimon. But I liked the anime of Digimon just because it felt more. What's the word? Not real, but like. Not really that it had more stakes, but it actually felt like something was happening. Whereas in Pokemon, they didn't really feel like that much. It goes to the next region and just be a reset. Oh, this is a Zaxxon hacker. That's a demon hacker. I know what you're thinking. Maybe I can get through this. Maybe I can win. Sorry, but I'm here to show you that you're wrong. I'm sorry, sir. You're gonna die. I'm sorry. I'm gonna SP capsule me up in Digimon. But yeah, no, it just felt like nothing was really happening in Digimon. Whereas in Digimon, you know, stuff happens. I don't know. But yeah, in terms of games, I'm definitely a Pokemon game fan because managing your Digimon through all the shit they had to go through just felt like hell. It genuinely just didn't feel good. Nah, I'm good on that one, Chief. I'm sorry, Guillemon. But yeah, no, yeah, that's the tournament. You go in there, get some decent levels. There you go. Oh, Chain Plus is actually really good. Bronze Cup, and we got Brave Point E. Yeah, get some levels, and you also get some way to level up because the Brave Points. I'm not sure if I actually show what the Brave Points do. Let me show them. So the Brave Points, which are these right here, give you XP. Just, that's it. Let me use it on fucking, there you go. And just like that, level 20. So yeah. Use them only when you need to. Ignore the fact that I just used one. It was an E, it was a lead skipping one. It's fine. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and see if anyone can Digivolve. Boom. So, Gardromon, you're the one I want to check. Okay, you can. Ooh, actually, I kind of want to Digivolve into you. Because, yeah, you need Digi-Eggs, which I can't get yet. But you need level 40? What are these Digimon? Okay, yeah. Let's go into this. Gold Gardromon, Digivolve 2. That's just Andromon. I thought it'd be something, you know, unique or special or something, but no, just Andromon. What can you Digivolve into, Andromon? You don't have an Bobby. Let's see what Clockmon does. Andromon Digivolve 2. Clockmon. Yep. And Clockmon can Digivolve into. Ooh. Oh, hey, here's Wisemon. But yeah, I'll put a Clockmon back on the team. Can anyone else really Digivolve right now? No. Okay, and Prolong 2. You two obviously can't yet. Yeah. I don't know what I want you to be. You, I think, I've already set up. Yeah, I need XVmon. So you're gonna be an issue. But no, yeah. As of right now, they're off doing their own things, and I think we're gonna end this off here. So we went back to well, we changed our team drastically. We went back to Kyoko, got a request. Turns out, Kamishiro and the local government, the government might have something to do with all the digital shifts happening. And it seems they have something big planned with the Metropolitan Office in Roppongi. And next time we're going to go back to the office and accept the request from our friend. I'm also just going to do all those other requests off screen. just to get a bit more XP and stuff, you know. So I guess until then, goodbye.